Good morning. Okay, so I am going to do today the briefest that I can discussion about the nervous system. And that's broken up into your parasympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system. Why would you want to watch this video? Are you a person who is related to, or perhaps you struggle with a large sensory issue? Everything is you're very sensitive to textures, you're very sensitive to noise, you're very sensitive to like the tag on your shirt or a particular type of clothing, okay? Those people are people that their sympathetic nervous system is usually out of balance with your parasympathetic. Why else? A lot of irritability, a lot of mood swings, people that struggle a lot with TMJ. I'm going to talk about that today. So that's why you want to watch this video, because I'm getting ready to empower you to be able to help yourself learn to balance those systems. Those systems were created by God in order to function together. But what happens is that our parasympathetic nervous system can sometimes get shut down. It's in charge of organs and functions and things that are involuntary. The way that your breathing, your heartbeat, those things that me blinking, the things that you do without going, oh, I need to blink right now. Those things can sometimes get smushed. It's a very highly technical scientific word, by your sympathetic nervous system, because your sympathetic nervous system is in charge of fight or flight. Oh, you might want to watch this video if you struggle with adrenal fatigue. Okay, so I'm getting ready to hopefully give you a good deal of information and give you some tools to try to help. Now remember, we always look at a three-prong approach: spiritual, emotional, and physical. I'm getting ready to help you in the physical realm, but will actually help you somewhat emotionally. But I'm going to expect you to start like diving in and understanding and learning some things that can help you balance those three systems that we function in, and that they intertwine all the time. It's very common in my dental practice that we see a lot of people that have an imbalance in their parasympathetic and their sympathetic nervous systems. People that struggle with their bite being off. And remember, I told you about the TMJ, and they can feel the slightest bit. The way that God made us is that there are, yes, I'm getting ready to lambast you here, 99% of the stimuli that we receive as a body should be turned off. Okay. Oh my gosh, what? Yes. So in other words, if I could not function, I wouldn't be able to wear these earrings. I couldn't sit down on this chair. This clothing I would have to tear off of me because it's driving me crazy. There are so many things that we have and we encounter in our environment that if our nervous system, how about this? The nervous system sends the signal, but if our brain reacted to every one of those things all the time, we could not function as human beings. You could not sit on the seat of your car, drive your car. You couldn't have an air conditioner blow on you. I mean, there's a million billion things that you couldn't function with. So if you were the person that needs some help with that, then I'm going to suggest to you that your parasympathetic nervous system was kind of shut off and your sympathetic nervous system is racing out of control. Because sometimes once you get out of that fight or flight, your body forgets, especially if it stays here all the time. So your body forgets. And what's this going to do? Your parasympathetic nervous system is controlling your organs and the way that they function. And if this gets smushed and this doesn't get turned back on, then you're going to start to have some physical symptoms of that. Okay. Whenever we're talking about adrenal glands, I'm hoping that you understand that your adrenals are the little kidney-shaped organs up on top of your kidneys. And they are, have you ever been scared and all of a sudden you were startled and then your heart was beating just, and you got warm instantly? That is a function of your adrenal gland, of your fight or flight. Adrenaline, have you seen people that it's impossible for them to lift a car, but they were in an accident and somebody that they loved was below it and they raised the car up so this person could get out. That would be a function of adrenaline. So let's talk about that for just a second. When we're talking about adrenaline, we're talking about the constant rush it's intense and it's like this all the time. You know people like that in personality? Okay. So let's talk about, these are ways that you can tell that you're out of balance, but let's talk about ways that we can remind our body, oh, hello, can we kind of shut down this sympathetic, not completely, but can we tame it and wake up the parasympathetic nervous system so that they can function the way that they're supposed to, and have my brain send signals to these organs and things that need to be done in order for it to function the way it should. So I'm going to give you some practical steps. This involves a lot of valor, okay? So I want you to know that I am referencing Ultimate Balance by Leanne Deirdre. And this book is a book that we talked about before. It's a fabulous book, but it has, on page 34 and 35, it has this system. So I'm just going to go with it, go with it for really quickly. So first, you're going to put either valor, release, peace and calming, trauma life, or 3 wise men on the emotional stress points in the middle of your forehead above the pupils of your eyes. So these would be them. Okay, so you're going to put some valor on. You're going to rub it. You're going to put it like this, and you're going to cover those emotional points, and then you're going to mirror that back here. You're going to do this like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold these points, and of course that oil is working on these points, and then you're going to think about the situation that's causing you stress. Okay? You're going to meditate on it. Yep, you are. You're going to think about it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to continue to hold until the problem doesn't seem as large as it was. Okay. We might need to do this more than once, you think? Okay. So you're going to do this. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some more valor and you're going to put it on T1, which is this big knobby thing right here. This is T1. That's where the sympathetic nervous system starts. Right here. You're going to put some valor on that point. All right. Then you're going to take 6 drops of valor on the soles of each foot. That's 12 drops, okay? And you're going to put your palms on the soles of your feet, and you're going to just sit at peace. And this may take 5 minutes, but you're going to begin to feel a shift. Okay, so how many of you are thinking, oh, raindrop? That's right. Raindrop has this exact same step, except someone is doing it for you instead of you doing it for yourself. But what does valor on the soles of your feet do? It brings it all into balance. We're working on balance. That's something it does. So it may take 5 minutes to get there, but you'll feel a shift in the way that you maybe sighing or relief or anything like that, but you're going to feel a change, I promise. Put that there. And then you're going to place a drop of, get your pen and paper, frankincense, vetiver, valerian, and lavender. Okay? Frankincense, vetiver, valerian, and lavender. And you're going to put it in this soft point. Okay, so at the base of your skull, there's a soft point right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. But there's a soft point. You'll know where yours is. You're going to take those oils. You're going to put it here under this soft spot. And then you're going to VitaFlex. And you're going to say a positive affirmation like, I choose life, I choose forgiveness, I choose calmness. Now, what is VitaFlex? VitaFlex is a very simple action that you're going to use the pad, tip, over. Pad, tip, over. Pad, tip, over. For this spot, I only use two. I've used 2, and I will do this. And so I'm going to be saying things like, I choose life, I choose to be calm, I choose to forgive, those type of things while I am doing that. And what you're doing is you're stimulating that sympathetic nervous system to calm down, your parasympathetic nervous system to step up so that you can function. Yes, there's a lot to that, and I apologize that this video was as long as it was, but if you have any questions, just let us know. I know that this is something that all of us probably need to do in our very stressed and hurried world, and also something that you can do multiple times in order to get yourself well balanced in the new year. Blessings.